In this video, we are covering how you can take your business to the next level using virtual assistants. Let's jump right into it. What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new, my name is Brad Sherman, 7-figure seller, been selling on Amazon for about 4 years now, and on this channel we explore tips, strategies, and experiences that I have had that will help you start and build up your Amazon FBA wholesale business. Welcome back, guys, and for those that are new, you are joining on episode 9 of my Amazon FBA wholesale series, which is the final episode of the series. Today we are covering how to scale your business using virtual assistants and outsourcing. Right? So if you guys have not seen the episodes that have preceded this one, make sure you go check out my channel and you can see all of the episodes that I walk you through exactly how to start and scale a wholesale business from scratch. Before we jump into it, if you guys do enjoy this content, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to stay up to date on all future content, hit that subscribe button and notification bell as well. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. This video will be broken up into 4 parts with your primary concerns for beginning to outsource in your business. Number 1, we will cover why should I outsource? Number 2, we will cover how do I know what to outsource? Number 3, we will cover how do I hire my first virtual assistant or employee? And number 4, we will cover the details of hiring virtual assistants in the Philippines. So make sure you guys stick around till the end of the video. We are going to cover a lot of detail that you are going to want to know that will help you scale your business long term. Let's start with the basics. Why should you outsource in your wholesale business? Well, reason number 1, and the most important reason, is that outsourcing work gives you the ability to leverage time. Time is our number 1 asset over money, right? Time, I always say, we can never get it back. Money, we can make money, we can lose money. We can recover our losses monetarily, but with time, we can never get our time back. So using time to your advantage and outsourcing tasks that are tedious, that require a lot of your work, that are sidetracking you from more important tasks, are important to outsource, and it might be more important than you think early on in your business. Because leveraging time allows you to make more money, you'll now have the ability, once you outsource more tasks, to scale your business faster. You are essentially building up a team and a process that your team can run off of so that multiple people are involved. When multiple people are involved, you are able to grow at a faster rate. The whole is greater than the sum of its parts. Ultimately, as a business owner, you want to go from being an operator to an overseer. And what that means is, instead of spending so much time inside your business doing the day-to-day operational tasks that can be outsourced, you want to work more on your business as a whole, right? Making new connections with suppliers, building your network, expanding your product line, right? Forecasting for years to come. All components that are working more on your business instead of the day-to-day tasks. That's not to say that you won't be working inside your business for several years, because as an owner, you have to know how to do the operations. But ultimately, your long-term goal and your ticket to freedom is going to be the overseer of your company and having a team working underneath you. Let's get to the second question, which is, how do I know what to outsource? And that's a great question. You're going to start by writing down every single task that you do or other people do in your business, right? From start to finish. So we've covered all the components of the wholesale process, so you guys should be very familiar with sourcing suppliers, reaching out to brands, sending your inventory into Amazon, creating purchase orders, all different components that are steps within the wholesale process, each of which requires a certain task to perform. So what you're going to do is you're going to write out each one of these tasks that are performed on a daily, weekly basis. And what you'll want to do is write down the number of hours it takes you to complete these given tasks in a week. How much time is going through price lists taking away from contacting new suppliers? How much time is reverse sourcing or storefront stalking taking away from you building new connections or cultivating existing supplier relationships? You want to look at how much time those tasks are taking out of your week and then sort them appropriately. So the tasks that are taking up the most time, that are the most easily outsourceable, are the ones that you're going to want to outsource first. So these are things like sourcing, right? You can very easily build a system procedure for sourcing and then outsource it to a virtual assistant. You can outsource going through price lists. Going through price lists is just analyzing profit, running it through a software, getting sales data. All of this can be done by a virtual assistant. The things that are last to outsource are things like building relationships over the phone or networking with new suppliers, going to trade shows, contacting new suppliers, building your existing supplier relationships. All those different components are very important tasks that have a direct correlation on growth of your business. That's not to say that the other tasks are not important, because they're critical, right? You can close as many supplier deals as you want, but if you're making bad purchases because you're not able to analyze price lists effectively, then you're not going to grow your business. So it's not to say that those other tasks are not important, it's just to say that they are most easily outsourced as opposed to the relationship building component of this business. Ultimately, you can outsource a portion of the relationship building by hiring sales reps and building your team that way. But especially if you're a solopreneur or a smaller business, you're going to want to handle those different things on the ground level and pursue the relationships yourself. For me personally, I was hesitant in the beginning to outsource anything because I was afraid that it wasn't going to get done correctly. And this was a terrible mentality to have. So I made the mistake of not outsourcing enough earlier on and going through price lists, supplier sourcing, all these different operational, filling out wholesale applications, all these different tedious operational components were consuming so much of my time that I was not able to contact as many suppliers as I would have liked. So what we've done is we've built a system and a process for each step of our business that we execute on, and I've outsourced most of it. So going through price lists and filling out new wholesale applications and sourcing suppliers, all those types of things have been outsourced so that I'm able to focus my time on building the relationships with my brands. Let's get to question number 3, which is, how do I hire my first employee? You first need to determine, similar to question 2, what kind of work do you need to outsource? Is this a long-term, ongoing task that is going to require work over, years to come? Is it a one-time project that requires, 10 hours of work and then it's complete? Based on that is how you're going to outsource, and then you're going to determine, are you hiring domestically within the United States or are you hiring foreign? My first recommendation for you would be to look in your family and friend network and see if anyone is desiring employment or looking for some part-time work on the side. This has worked very well for me. We have a family friend that works in our business on a number of different components. The best part about this is that you are hiring someone that you know, so you can trust them with sensitive information and different components within your business. So that would be my first recommendation, and it's also very fulfilling to be able to provide employment for someone else. So once you've looked in your family and friend network, and if you've determined that you don't have anyone that you know that would be interested in working in your business, then we might proceed to something like Online Jobs PH, Fiverr, or Upwork. And essentially, these are third-party hiring sites where you can hire based on your needs. Online Jobs PH is a program that you sign up for if you are looking to fulfill more long-term positions. So this is a software that you'll want to use to hire virtual assistants that are going to be working with you in your business on an ongoing basis. Whereas Fiverr and Upwork are more freelance, one-off projects that you need a temporary person to fulfill a certain project by a certain deadline. And I just want to address this because I know I'm getting something about it in the comment section regarding the tax implications of hiring. Make sure to always consult your accountant, as I am not an accounting or financial professional, so this is not accounting advice, but you'll usually want to, depending on the amount of hours that your employee is working, hire them on payroll or hire them as a 1099 independent contractor. For more information on that, I would recommend consulting your accountant. Let's move to question number 4, which is one of the most popular components of outsourcing, especially in the Amazon FBA realm, and that is hiring virtual assistants from the Philippines. So hiring virtual assistants from the Philippines is great for a number of different reasons. My recommendation is to go on to Online Jobs PH, which is going to cost you $69 for a 1-month fee. There's no free trial. You're going to sign up for Online Jobs PH 1 month, and then you're going to cancel it once you've found your employee that you need to hire that fits your requirements. Online Jobs makes it very easy to cancel your membership anytime, so you're going to want to make sure you get your hire or multiple hires within that month period so that you don't have to pay an additional $69 fee the next month. Once you've signed up for your Online Jobs PH account, you will then want to post a job offer in which you will detail the work that needs to be done. So you'll want to highlight the key skills and components necessary that you are looking for in a hiree. So include different tasks that you need outsourced in your business, and you will get applicants that apply for that position looking to fulfill the role. I would also recommend including some type of unique question in the application so that your applicants are not just blindly applying to the position. You want to deal with serious applicants who are actually interested in the position. And if they're not actually reading it, they're not going to see that you've put a unique question in there. They're just blindly applying to many different positions. Rather, with the unique question, you'll be able to see that the applicant is actually interested in the position. And this unique question can be something along the lines of, how many years have you been working in the Amazon wholesale business? Or even something as simple as, what is your favorite thing to do on the weekends? You're going to get filled with a ton of applications, and you'll want to go through these and screen them based on resumes. You'll ultimately want to interview the employees that you have seen as potential options. Review their resume, review their sample work if provided, and then set up interviews. You cannot replicate face-to-face contact, and you can really get to know a person, even if it's over a Zoom call. You can get to know them much better than typing things out back and forth. So you'll want to see the person's face, set up an interview, and then request a test project to be done. And the reason why I do this is because I want to see how the individual works. Are they able to meet deadlines? Are they appropriate for the position that I'm hiring? Do they have the skills necessary to complete the tasks that we need done? So once you've done that, you will then assess the test projects. You can do this for multiple different potential hirees. You could do this for only a couple. It all depends on the amount of options that you want to have available. You'll then choose who your best hiree is. If you're hiring multiple, you'll choose the top 3, and then from there you'll begin working with them. Typically you can pay Filipino VAs by PayPal or TransferWise. There's many different ways to pay them as you would a normal domestic employee. I also want to address one of the most common questions, which is, how much should I pay my VA? So if you're hiring a VA within the United States, obviously you have to pay them minimum wage in the United States at least. But if you're hiring from the Philippines, it's a little bit different because the currency converts on a much different level in the Philippines. So $1 US in the Philippines goes a lot farther than it would in the United States. So I've heard of business owners hiring virtual assistants at $2 to $3, $4 an hour. I've heard as up to $20 and above an hour. It all depends on the job that you need filled. Typically, an average rate that I've seen in the industry is around $5 to $7 US. That's starting rate. So you'll want to make sure you're always in communication with your VA and in tune with the work that they're doing. You want to be giving them bonuses every now and then, and you want to give them the opportunity to increase the amount that they're making over time. This will incentivize your virtual assistant to work for you and work with your team for a long period of time, right? It's typically customary in the Filipino culture to receive a bonus at the end of the year, so you'll want to reward them with an additional bonus around the holiday season. In addition to this, I want to stress the importance of when hiring Filipino VAs, they speak very good English, so you want to get to know your VA on a personal level. It should not just simply be an expectation of work. Similar, think about if you were working in a company environment and your boss simply gave you the work, didn't talk to you, and then expected the work to be returned and then paid you for it, right? The more personable you can be with your virtual assistant, the more likely they are able to stay with you long term. That's it for this video, guys. I hope that helped you understand more about outsourcing and hiring virtual assistants to help grow your business. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button and notification bell as well if you want to stay up to date on all future content going forward. My next video coming out is going to be the final segment of the wholesale series, which is going to be more of a live session. It'll be a Q&A, so make sure you guys are on the lookout for that. I will post the video about a week in advance so that you guys can mark on your calendar when we are going live. And if you guys have not checked out the free private Facebook group, I'll leave a link for that in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we will see you next time.